We welcome you in here to Wausau, Wisconsin, here at Newman Catholic High School as we get ready for another battle within the Merrillwood South here on this Tuesday evening. It is the Marathon Red Raiders, going up against the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals. As we welcome you here on Zaleski Sports, my name is Connor Philippi. Thank you so much again for tuning in on this Tuesday night. It's going to be a good one here tonight. We're seeing one of the top teams in the state in marathon. As we take a look at them first. Well, first of all, let's take a look here at the Merrillwood South standings. Again, a Merrillwood South battle here tonight. Marathon is at the top, 9-0. They are 12-1 overall. And Newman Catholic currently in 5th out of 6 teams. They're 3-6 within the conference, 6-10 overall. And so Newman Catholic hoping to shock Central Wisconsin here tonight and try and pull off the upset. As we take a look first at these away Marathon Red Raiders. They lost one of their first games, actually their first game of the entire season against Mosinee last week. So that makes them 12-1. That's a solid Mosinee team they lost to. Other than that, they have not scored less than 60 points the entire season before that point. And other than that Mosinee loss, their last point totals were 84 against Athens, 72 against Stratford, 83 against Edgar, and then 101 against Abbotsford in their last performance. This team knows how to score. They know how to collapse on the ball on the other end as well. Drew Wolfel is the points leader for this Marathon team with 14.1 points per game, shooting 56% from the floor, but 45.5% from beyond the arc. True Thurs is at 13.9, which shows you just how much this team likes to spread the ball around. No one player is going to be the one hero for this team throughout the season. They can get the ball to a lot of different guys. And Garrett Bracewell with 9.5 points per game, shooting 46.7 from the floor. Drew Wolfel also leads with rebounds, and again followed by True Thurs and Garrett Bracewell, and then True Thurs leads in assists with 4.2 per game, and Garrett Bracewell and Landon Snyder follow him. As for this home Newman Catholic team, again trying to pull off the upset here tonight. They've won 2 of their last 5 games. They are on a 2-game losing streak, however. They lost a tough one, 41-38 to Assumption, and then lost to Rib Lake here at home, 75-55 in their last performance. They're trying to get back on track here and continue to gain traction in the Merrillwood South. Obviously, the Marathon is pulling pretty far ahead in that first place spot, but Assumption, Edgar, and Assumption and Edgar are 4-4, Auburndale 4-5. So that second spot is still very much up for grabs if Newman Catholic can have a good conclusion to the season with still plenty of games left to go. Taking a look here at the top scorers, Quincy Fender once again leads in points per game, 22.3. Lucas Piffner and Griffin Pent following closely behind. Lucas Piffner leads with rebounds, followed by Pent and Fender. And Lucas Piffner leads in assists as well, again followed by Fender and Pent. So we thank you once again for tuning in to tonight's game. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Ted Fox, Certified Financial Planner. Thank you, Ted Fox, Certified Financial Planner and proud Newman basketball parent. So we thank him. Has 15 seconds left until these starting lineups are going to be announced. We're going to get you the national anthem as well. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be starting right on time for boys basketball on this Tuesday night here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Newman Catholic High School for another conference matchup between the Marathon Red Raiders and the Newman Catholic Cardinals. We ask at this time for all those who are able to please rise and remove your hats for a blessing and our national anthem. This evening we pause to remember Coach Rick Svenis, a coach, mentor, and friend who meant so much to so many. His dedication, passion, and love for students will continue to live on through the lives he touched. Please join us in a moment of silence in Coach Svenis' memory. Catholic High School, Marathon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. Here is tonight's starting lineup for Marathon. Number 3, junior Sawyer Behrens. Number 4, senior Drew Thurs. Number 5, junior Garrett Bracewell. Number 10, senior Drew Wolfel. And number 12, senior Landon Schneider. The Red Raiders are coached by Adam Jacobson. And now for your Newman Catholic Cardinals. Number 0, senior guard Quincy Fender. Number 1, senior guard Lucas Pittner. Number 2, senior guard Griffin Pent. Number 3, senior guard Damian Pent. And number 5, senior forward Lucas Erdman.
And so without further ado, all that's left to do is tip things off here from Newman Catholic High School. Again, today's starting lineups were presented by Ted Fox, Certified Financial Planner. Thank you to him for sponsoring the starting lineups. Marathon will bring out a series of juniors and seniors on their starting 5, all seniors for the Newman Catholic starting 5, as the 6'4" Drew Wolfel will win the tip here for Marathon. And ready or not, here we go from Newman Catholic, as this one off the mark on an early 3 attempt by Snyder that time. Snyder, one of the seniors for Marathon. And here comes Quincy Fender, the top scorer, getting it over to Griffin Pence. Marathon not only ranked 4 in their division, they're ranked in the 30s in all of the states, which for a Division 4 team is very, very impressive. Lucas Piffner got that one in on a nice feed, and the roll goes from Damian Pence as Newman Catholic starts off the scoring. We certainly know this Newman Catholic team, when they are going and firing on all cylinders, they can be a very dangerous team, as foul's going to be called here early on Newman Catholic. They're going to get Damian Pence on that one for the first of the game. Fed in there, Behrens can't get that one to go, but it's rebounded by Wolfel. Second chance opportunities have been big for Marathon so far this season. Behrens now up top. Bracewell try to feed it into Wolfel. Trying to make a move under the basket, can't get it to go, but the putback does go for the first points of the night for the Red Raiders. Adam Jacobson, the head coach of this Marathon team. We've seen him in plenty of post-game interviews so far this season on Zaleski Sports, as that one will be out of bounds off of Marathon. Good hustle by Landon Snyder, the senior, but can't quite come up with it in bounds. Piffner gets it in there to Griffin Pence, fed in to Damian. Got the feed into Erdman, can't get that one off the glass, heavily contested there. Behrens dribbles in, now out, as Wolfel thought about the 3, but decided not to take it. Bracewell with the feed over to Behrens, and he's going to, and it's actually going to jump ball, not a foul drawn there, as it'll go Newman Catholic's way on the possession arrow. Jeff Gress, the head coach of this Newman Catholic team. Fender again, scoring just over 22 points per game for this Newman Catholic team. He pops the 3, that one off the back of the rim, no good, but Pent, Griffin Pent that is, gets the rebound. He's under a lot of pressure, but got it out to Piffner there. Marathon closes in and plays aggressive defense as that one is drained by Griffin Pence. Just as I was about to say, it creates some opportunities. If you can kind of break that pressure and prevent those turnovers, there's going to be some space to work with. If you can start getting some perimeter shots, that's how you have a chance against this Marathon team. Under the basket here, reverse layup is good from Garrett Bracewell, the junior. 6-2 for Marathon. As it becomes 5-4 now on the NTC scoreboard. One of 13 games being broadcasted here on Zaleski Sports tonight. During the halftime break, we'll break down some of the games that either already ended or are still going on. Plenty of action to go around here on this Tuesday night. Fender misses the shot but gets it back in bounds as Piffner fed it right back into Fender for two. Fender gets on the board for the first time here tonight. Broke the 1,000-point mark earlier on in the season. As this one is fed in nicely, can't get that one to go too strong off the boards, as this one will remain Marathon ball. Under a lot of pressure there under the basket, forced back out. Faking the three is Behrens. Wolfel now will take his time to find a man wide open for three, but it's off the mark. Nice effort by Piffner to get that rebound poked away, as that will be a layup by Griffin Pence on the other end. Piffner with the vertical to just get that one out of the air. Created that opportunity. Early 5-point lead for Newman Catholic at home. This one wide open feed as Behrens puts it in. See some pressure from pretty far out on the perimeter by Marathon. You can tell they are hungry for some of these potential takeaways. As this one is poked away, just as I say that, Fender tried to get it back, but now in transition is 2 more points for Garrett Bracewell. It's just what I was talking about. Newman Catholic has to be smart with the ball, and they have to make some perimeter shots. And when there's an open chance, you have to hit it against this team that scores so many points on the other end, as this one is drained by Griffin Pence. An early timeout here by Adam Jacobson. Newman Catholic with some energy in the building, going up against one of the better teams in the state. We'll be back in a few moments here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Well, welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. Connor Philippi with you as it's an early lead here for Newman Catholic. Already 8 points for Griffin Pence in this matchup, as this one is in for the and one. It is True Thurs who gets it to go, and he'll go to the line to try and make it a 3-point play. The second foul of the game for Newman Catholic. That will be against Piffner. So knotted one apiece between him and Damian Pence, as this one will make it a 3-point play for True Thurs, 6'1" senior. The second highest point scorer for Marathon. But again, like I've talked about, those top 3 point scorers are very even. This Marathon team spreads the ball around. And this one is up, rolling just off. Jumping a little too early there was Piffner, trying to get the rebound. And Logan Peters, who's in the game now for the first time, got the rebound. He's a junior, 6'5". That makes him the tallest member of this Marathon team. Also in the game, Quillen Kunkel. and Ian Shuda. Coming in here is Michael Fox, as he will replace Damian Pence. Throwing from the baseline here, Marathon trying to double up on points. As Shuda hands it off to Wolfel. Shuda looking inside for Wolfel. He's under some pressure. Getting it out into the corner. Driving in himself. That's going to be a travel forced as Quincy Fender claps his hands in excitement. It is a pretty good crowd here on this Tuesday night. Obviously Marathon kind of over to the west here of Wausau, not too far away. So a lot of crowd on hand for both sides. And of course, appreciate everyone staying home and watching here on Zaleski as this one off the front of the rim, no good, but the putback by Fox also doesn't fall. Fox trying to get points off the bench. In the corner, now swung back around. Fed into Peters. He works against Fender, and now up top, that three ball is there for Wolfel if he wants to take it. See most of his work underneath the basket. Both of these teams are teams that love to feed off the turnovers. Talked a lot about how much Marathon likes going coast to coast, as this one is good for another and one. This time it's going to be for Logan Peters. Marathon with some big and ones early on in this contest. Coming in here from Marathon, Garrett Bracewell. He will replace Drew Wolfel. He'll head to the bench for his first time. Make that another three-point play as Marathon has drained both their free throws early on in this one. 0 fouls against Marathon, 4 against Newman Catholic. Early on here as a foul is going to be called there, and it's another announcer's jinx there working its magic. Just as I say that, the first foul of the game for Marathon is going to be at the hands of Ian Shuda. Thrown in here for Newman Catholic into Fender. Piffner thought about that deep three and said he'll drive in, puts up the floater, doesn't go. And that one is going to be eventually on the ground as a jump ball is going to be called. It's going to be Marathon ball on the possession arrow. Taking it down here, True Thurs. He's got 3 points so far, as this one is up and drained by Logan Peters. That makes it 6 for him. Three-pointer now up and drained on the other end by Michael Fox. Driving in, couldn't get that one to go. But then in transition, an errant pass. Marathon's trying to take advantage the other end. They get it to go off the bank from True Thurs. Newman Catholic got a little too excited off that takeaway. As this one is missed out of bounds, but it's going to be off of Marathon. As a couple substitutions will come in. Wolfel and Snyder come back in. Up top here, Quincy Fender. And now Piffner feeds it into Fox. Can't get it to go. That would have been 5 points in a row for Fox. But instead, Peters takes it back down. Now taking the mid-range jumper off the mark. The putback, though, and another and one. This time, Drew Wolfel gets it to go. Talk about those offensive rebounds and the height and the size that Marathon has under the basket. It has been coming to play early on, 21-15 on the NTC scoreboard as we head to a break. Boys basketball here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Brian Butch called.
Brian Butch?
He really loves Abbey Bank, but he wants to work here.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. Let's let him try a few different jobs.
Let's get you that loan.
Brian, buddy, you're really good at basketball, but maybe leave the banking to us.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. Connor Philippi with you. Newman Catholic got off to a pretty hot start. They were leading for a little while there before Marathon really started to pour it on offensively. Still only a 6-point game here, 21-15 with 9:24 to go in the first half on the NTC scoreboard. Newman Catholic's going to have to get some more outside shots from their contributors. Griffin Pent has been having really good basketball these last few games. Scored 17 as this putback is good from Sawyer Barents. Griffin Penn had 17 points, led the team in points in their game against Rib Lake in their last performance. And now he leads the team so far with 8, 2 of those being off of 3-point shots made. And they're trying to break out of this heavy defense by Marathon. It's going to force another turnover. We saw for just a little while Newman Catholic able to capitalize on some of the empty space that was created, but Marathon stuck with their defensive style. They continue to pressure, and now it's starting to really do wonders as this one is up and good from True Thurs. I think that's 7 for him on the night so far. All but one Marathon starter so far has points on the board. Again, we see that point share. As a timeout is once again going to be called here by Jeff Gress. It's going to be a full timeout. So he's trying to talk things over here. A 10-point lead for Marathon. We'll be back in a moment here on Zaleski Sports.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
Working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all 4 of us. Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Hey Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. Another battle here within the Merriwood South. As the only other, there's 2 actually games going on within the Merriwood South right now for boys basketball. Auburndale and Edgar, that was a game we were going to stream but are not now. And then Assumption going up against Stratford. So we'll give you an update on that Assumption and Stratford game at the halftime break. But right now, a double-digit lead for the first time here for Marathon tonight, up 25-15. Newman Catholic called a timeout to try and break out of this funk that they're in. But Marathon with another defensive board this time. They've been getting a lot of their boards on the offensive side of the ball. This time it's going to be a mistake though and a travel called against Bracewell. Newman Catholic was able to get some 3-point shots, get some open opportunities. The very early stages, and ever since then with another steal, Marathon has really sunken in their teeth on defense, forcing all kinds of turnovers here as this one is fed in, and True Thurs gets it to go. Michael Fox gets it over to Fender now. Fender trying to make a move. On the top of the key, almost losing it, and now losing it. And ended up being Barons, it looks like. They got it away. Now trying to feed it under the basket, getting a little too cute with it that time as it's stolen away by Newman Catholic. Fox now getting double teamed along the perimeter. Fender relieves some of the pressure for him. Griffin Pent against Barons. He loses his dribble and is able to get it now to Fender. Again, you see Marathon play so far up on defense against some of these good shooters, as this one will go off. Doesn't go though, and it is a good, every once in a while you see a player in that situation box out of bounds, which is kind of a funny thing to see. So we have multiple Marathon players subbing out here. It's going to be Barons and Bracewell coming out. Looks like it's going to be Ian Shuda coming in, and the Wolfel also coming back in. See Logan Peters, who came off the bench and put up some good shots, got an and one. He's got 6 points so far off the bench here tonight. The Marathon, again, bench points can sometimes be a little bit deceiving because you see a lot of players get a lot of playing time. But that's going to be a charge called against Logan Peters there. Only the second foul of the whole half for Marathons, now with only 6:16 to go. They've been playing a very fundamentally sound game so far, as Fender gets that one knocked away there by Peters. And that one off the hands. Two players collide there out of bounds, and it'll be off of Marathon. In the game here is Everett Pence, the senior. Piffner will work against Snyder, getting it across the timeline. That one out of bounds. It'll be off of Piffner. Marathon gets another takeaway. And Adam Jacobson has been leading this Marathon team incredibly well to currently a top 5 ranked team within their division. And again, they are currently 43rd statewide, so I apologize, I was a little bit wrong there. Thought they were in the 30s, but still 43rd in the entire state as a lower division team. That is very impressive. Division 4 and 43rd, that means they stack up higher than a lot of the teams in those upper divisions. They have been showing why as of late. Again, Mosinee with a huge upset there, but other than that, they have been borderline unstoppable so far this season. Fender putting this one up. That one doesn't go, as a foul is going to be called. It will be in transition, so it'll stay a throw in here for Newman Catholic for the 3rd foul now of the half for Marathon. They're going to get Peters on that one. Excuse me, it looks like they got Shuda on it. So that'll be his 2nd of the game so far. Right now, True Thurs is threatening double-digit points on the night as Fender gets it to go. He's got 4 now. As Marathon continues, their goal throughout the season is making sure that they take those top point scorers and really put a damper on them. As this one will roll off, again an offensive rebound, but it's stolen away by Fox. Back the other way for Newman Catholic. Fox can't get it to go off the glass. Eventually rebounded by Thurs. Wolfel fakes it into the corner. Kunkel swings it back around. And that's going to be an offensive foul here against Thurs. Going back Cardinal way. That'll be the first foul of the game for him. And so now the foul game's kind of evened up a little bit these last few minutes. 5-4 now, and it was 4-0 not that long ago. Coming up on 4 minutes to go here in this first half of action. As Griffin Pent is under pressure from Kunkel. He will lose it for the time being. It's grabbed though by Everett Pent. Good hustle by him. 3 is up. And this one bouncing off. Michael Fox is able to get the rebound. This one is good. And Michael Fox has 5 on the night. That was kind of a good bounce there for Newman Catholic as it kind of just popped right into his hands and he was able to make him pay for it. Driving in, missing that shot. Fox with another big board. Griffin Pence getting it over to Piffner. As there will be a foul now called for the 5th now of the half for Marathon. Coming in here is Bracewell, as coming out will be Peters. They're going to get Behrens on that foul for his first of the game. Erdman and Damian Pent coming back in here for Newman Catholic as Everett and Griffin will come out. Another turnover there for Newman Catholic as Marathon saw 4 straight points scored against them. They're trying to get back on the board here, coming up on 3 to go in the first. Up top here, working it around to Behrens. Underneath the basket now, corner from 3, no good. But again, the putback and another 2 points off an offensive rebound. Bracewell now with 6. Marathon back to double-digit lead. As Fender will take it here for Newman Catholic. He crosses over, tries to get it up, and it is nothing but net off the floater. Driving in here, that one is called against Fender, and see him feel like he was just so close to getting that steal attempt away, but instead it's a foul called against him. It is only his 2nd on the night, though. If he can get out of this first half with only 2 committed, then he's still in good shape for foul trouble. No one really in foul trouble so far. Only 2 fouls for any other player on either team, as this one kind of weirdly off a knee gets taken by Damian Pent here. Piffner now. Newman Catholic down 8. Putting up that shot, it doesn't go. Rebounded by Wolfel. Wolfel against Erdman. Gets it into Thurs and now fed in nicely. And that's not in somehow. Taking just a weird bounce, falling to the ground. Off balance there was Damian Pent. Tough break for him, as that one is going to be easily in off of Thurs, and he's now over double-digit points. Again, just kind of an unfortunate situation there for Penn. Kind of sometimes the ball catches you and you weren't ready for it and just kind of lose your balance and trip a little bit there. Trying to make up for it. He will draw the foul this time around and will go to the line. 6 fouls against Newman Catholic, so Marathon now in the bonus for the last minute 27 of play here in the first.
Team 6.
First shot rolls just in. Logan Peters will come in replacing Quillen Kunkel, as Michael Fox will take a break. Heading right back in off of that trip to the bench last time was Pent now, Griffin Pent. 9-point lead, 1 for 2 from the free throw line as driving in. That one is good, and that was one where Fender just kind of decided to go for broke there with the steal attempt. Made it all too easy after that for Peters to step right by him. 33-22 with a minute of play left to go on the NTC scoreboard. Trying to get into Piffner, that's stolen away by Snyder. As these turnovers are starting to pick back up again for Marathon. As this one's stolen away the other way by Fender. And he picks up some transition points of his own. Even with the competitive first half, it's moved very quickly. This one is up off the mark and looking for an outlet here. Fed in wide open three. It rolls off, rebounded by Damian Pence. 15 seconds to go in the half as Newman Catholic can potentially get the last shot here if they decide to hold on to it. Fender takes the long three, doesn't go, and can't get another shot off. So that's going to do it for the first half as Newman Catholic works it back to single-digit deficit. They're down 33-24 with plenty of game left to play, as a 10-minute halftime break will now ensue, and about halfway through that break we'll come back to talk through what happened in the first half, talk about what Marathon needs to do to close out the win, or for Newman Catholic to come back and try and upset this Marathon team. Either one very much in the cards in a competitive game here from Newman Catholic, and we'll also break down some of the other games going on around Central Wisconsin. We'll be back in a few moments here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from their simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Weston offers the best in automotive care and repair. This locally owned and operated repair group features a full staff of ASE certified technicians. They are ready to handle all major and minor repairs to get you back on the road. For any make, any model vehicle, look to Elite Auto Care for repairs. From general maintenance and preventative care like oil changes and tire rotations, to those more challenging issues like air conditioning, brakes, and engine issues. Elite Auto also offers a full selection of tires to fit your vehicle needs. For your next auto needs, turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business, on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Well, welcome back here to Newman Catholic High School here in central Wisconsin, Wausau to be specific, as we head into the halftime break. About 4 minutes left until these two teams start up in second half action. Connor Philippi with you. We'd like to remind you that this halftime report is presented by Ted Fox, Certified Financial Planner. We thank Ted Fox, Certified Financial Planner, and proud Newman basketball parents for sponsoring this halftime show. And take a look at some of the top scorers for both of these two teams, tied for 8 points each so far. Quincy Fender and Griffin Pent. Those two have been really back and forth for the top point scorers throughout these last few games. And again, Griffin Pent has had a great couple of games. His last one against Rib Lake, Newman Catholic did not pick up the victory, but he had 17 points, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc in that game, and a good first half for him, as Quincy Fender again is right there in the mix for top point scorer of the night. And so those two will have to continue to play well to try and get back into this one, as it is 11 points so far on the night for Truth Thurs, the 6'1" senior for a marathon. And like we've talked about, even though there is that top point scorer, there's a lot of different players both on and off the bench to start off the game that have scored points in this one. 4 points for Sawyer Behrens, 6 points for Garrett Bracewell, and 4 points so far for Drew Wolfel. And so it really is just kind of a mixed bag of who is going to score at any given moment. And we've seen a lot of different situations where it really feels like it has been any team's game throughout this game so far. 33-24, 9-point lead for these Marathon Red Raiders. And really, one of the biggest things throughout this game, we knew it was going to be a huge factor was the turnover battle. Newman Catholic likes to score a lot of transition points from turnovers of their own. They've done or Marathon, I should say, has done a very good job of limiting those things and preventing those coast-to-coast points from players like Fender and Piffner. On top of that, they have held Piffner scoreless throughout the game so far. And obviously Piffner does a lot of his damage also in assists, but keeping him off the board has been huge so far in this game for him. But the biggest thing has been Marathon winning the turnover battle by getting all the turnovers they've had so far on the defensive side and all the points that have come from those turnovers. They've been very sure-handed in making sure those turnovers really make Newman Catholic pay, because this Newman Catholic team, we know that they can get hot. We know that they can play off of a lot of momentum. But what this Marathon team has done so far in this game is, other than a few different stints, Newman Catholic started off strong with a good amount of points those first few minutes, and then they went on a little bit of a run to keep this game within 10 at the end of the first half as well. But for the most part, Marathon's done a really good job of keeping those runs to a minimum. They've done a great job of trying to squash that momentum, forcing bad shots, getting turnovers, and Newman Catholic understands they can come into this half if they can nail threes, if they can stay disciplined and not try and force the ball and give up those turnovers. There's going to be open spaces on the court the way Marathon has been defending all season long. It's just a matter of, can they get the open looks consistently enough where it is going to counteract a lot of the turnovers that they're giving up. They can play fundamental football, limit those turnovers, and if we can see Fender and Griffin Pent start to nail more threes, this game is going to get really interesting. But it's going to be very difficult to do so because Marathon also does a really good job of responding when the other team scores as well. Multiple and ones so far for Marathon as well. On top of that, offensive rebounds have been a huge factor for them as well. Seen multiple times Drew Wolfel, Logan Peters, and plenty others getting those offensive rebounds for Marathon. So all of those things will be huge factors and things to keep an eye on as we start off this second half. Quick score update for you. It's been kind of a similar game so far between Assumption and Stratford, the boys teams that are also within this Merriwood South Conference, as Assumption leads 35-23 over Stratford, a point where, a lot like this game, it was really tight going into the middle parts of the half, and then able to get on a little bit of a run was Assumption, and now they lead by 12 going into the second half, as this shot is made by Piffner, and just like I said, that Marathon was able to keep him off of the scoreboard. As this one gets poked away, Piffner gets on the board right away to start off the second half, and Newman Catholic with a chance to double up after a turnover forced there against Marathon. Quincy Fender, again, 8 points so far on the night. He will work this one against Barons. Piffner trying to get some leverage, being pushed back outside the perimeter, and this one is lost out of bounds, but it's going to be tipped off of Marathon. Fender likes to get himself in those positions where he's right around the paint, and then he'll either toss it to the outside or he'll force up kind of a floater, a shot that would be off balance for a lot of others, as Piffner misses the shot off the front of the rim in transition, and going coast to coast for two is True Thurs off a nice feed. Right back to a 9-point lead here on the NTC scoreboard. Both teams get on the board in the first minute of play in this second half, as it's going to be a foul called against Marathon. Looks like they're going to get it on the floor, so it's going to be a throw in here for Newman. They're going to get True Thurs. That's his third of the game, so certainly worth noting. Kind of in that gray area where you're not going to take him out over that now that you're in the second half. Erdman getting it around now. Damian Pent back to Erdman. He spins off of a defender. Piffner has it up top, trying to work. He puts up a long three. That one off the mark Rebounded there by Snyder. He got the pick. He got the wide open look. Just couldn't quite get it to go. Fed in here to Bracewell under the basket. That's going to be a foul called against Fender. That'll make it his third of the half, or excuse me, of the game. And now both teams with one foul apiece in the second. Garrett Bracewell with 6 points so far on the night. Make that 7 and a chance now for 8. Pushing that lead up to 11 are the Red Raiders. Adam Jacobson, the head coach of this marathon team. Jeff Gress heading up the Cardinals squad. Piffner drives in and chucks that one against the backboard. Hands on his head. Adam Jacobson, he can't believe that was called a blocking foul. And it'll be 2 shots here for Newman Catholic. Jacobson still standing over there with his hands on his head. He's frustrated about that one, as it looks like Peters is looking to replace Thurs. And Thurs, now actually Thurs with 4 fouls, and that's why Jacobson's even more upset, as Thurs, top point scorer so far in this game for Marathon, is now forced to come out of the game for a while with 1 foul away from being knocked out of this one. As that Jacobson now trying to get that one explained to him. 0 for 2 from the line, but Piffner gets his own rebound. So, if anything for Newman Catholic, they get a second opportunity at the basket. Piffner will drive in. And getting this one, 3-pointer is up, off the mark, and rebounded there. That was Wolfel with the rebound, and now quickly back the other way. That one getting poked away. And Piffner now is the one who has his hands up, as it's going to be 2 shots the other way now. He'll make it his second, or excuse me, his third. They're actually getting at Damian Pent, excuse me. So Piffner only had 1. It was Damian Pent. Both of them kind of went up for that one, so it was off of him, which makes it his third. Getting that rebound, 1 for 2 from the line for the Red Raiders, as Piffner, again, see him trying to drive in, having to roll away from those defenders. Getting double teamed under the basket, can't get a good shot driving in like that so far in this half. Piffner has struggled to score so far in this one, but this time he's able to break free. He's already got 4 points on the half. Marathon drives again. That one is off the hands of Wolfel. 6 now for him on the game. Past the 40 mark now for Marathon. Able to drive off the 3, denied by Wolfel. Back the other way now. Faking that 3, but the travel is going to be called. Still Wolfel without any doubt on that block. Again, 6'4", tied for second tallest on this Marathon team with Charlie Ehlert, and then, of course, Logan Peters, 6'5", the tallest member of the squad. Under a lot of pressure there, and Newman Catholic's definitely been under pressure with Marathon forcing them to pick up their dribbles, and that's been one of the main reasons why there's been so many turnovers in this one. 3-pointer from the corner doesn't go. Erdman with a nice move to tip that one back in, and then a foul is going to be called. And 2 shots coming for Damian Pent. All of that manufactured by the hustle of Erdman. He's been a big factor in rebounds so far this season. Ready to come in here. It's going to be Ian Shuda for Marathon. As this one bouncing out. Newman Catholic's had kind of a bad bounce on a lot of their free throws so far tonight. This one is good, 1 for 2 to make an 11-point game once again. 14 minutes to go here in the game on the NTC scoreboard. Newman Catholic trying to hang in this one. As Peters will get it back up top, swinging it all the way around the other side of the court. Bracewell, and a foul now called in the paint. It's going to be called against Newman Catholic here. Erdman looked like he was the one called for it, the way he's talking to the ref. And it is going to be his first of the game. Both teams now with 3 total fouls in the second half. Nice feed in, wide open, as Shuda finds Bracewell. Can't get that much easier than that off of a baseline throw-in. Has now double-digit points for Bracewell, 10 on the night now. Getting it out to Behrens, and now up top to Peters. Back up top here to Behrens. Swung it around to Bracewell. Faking that 3, getting it back up top. 3 is up, off the mark. Wolfel certainly can make those 3-point shots, just doesn't take him all that often. All the work he does under the basket, but Piffner now with it for Newman Catholic. Now all the way out to Griffin Pent. Erdman back around up top. Piffner. Again, trying to drive in, has not been able to get that kind of penetration into the paint here tonight. Griffin Pent trying to feed it into Damien, but doesn't get it. Stolen by Wolfel, back the other way. Coast to coast again is Bracewell. He has been huge in terms of those transition points off of turnovers so far, as a timeout's going to be called here by Jeff Gress. We'll be back in a few moments here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports, as Newman Catholic finds themselves down now 15, as Marathon is starting to pull away a little bit here, as it's really the first time in this second half we've seen those turnovers become a factor again. And they've been able to score a few straight. The most recent one being off of Garrett Bracewell, able to break away off of a turnover. Marathon certainly has played very good fundamental basketball so far this season. It's another one of the big reasons why even the best teams, it's hard to win as many games as Marathon has, because it just feels like you got to have one of those games every once in a while. Obviously Marathon had that against Mosinee, but other than that, they've been playing some very good basketball. Piffner up top here, 12 minutes to go on the NTC scoreboard, as Fender now takes it, puts up the floater. That one doesn't go. Good defense by Kunkel, forcing up a tough shot there. Wide open long 2, doesn't go that time, as Fender rebounds. Nice feed the other way, and it's good as Pent lays it in. Make that double-digit points now for Pent. And a pretty even point share for Newman Catholic so far, as that's the first player to surpass double digits so far tonight. Back the other way for Marathon. Up top is Bracewell feeding it into Peters. Back out as Shuda can't get it off the roll, off the back of the rim, but it's going to be lost out of bounds by Griffin Pent. Set up another throw in here for Marathon. In the corner here is Peters. Handing it off as Shuda will then give it back to Bracewell. Wolfel fakes the three. Erdman hard on defense as underneath Peters again under pressure, this time from Fender. Long possession here for Marathon as the Newman Catholic bench is clapping, trying to get this momentum back, trying to get the energy back up as losing it, keeping it just barely across half court, and then a timeout smartly called by Adam Jacobson for Marathon. We'll take one more step aside and be back here on Zaleski Sports in just a moment.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. As Marathon currently leading 44-31 over Newman Catholic. 10 games remaining for Marathon, 7 for Newman Catholic following this game, as it is getting into the second half of action here in the boys basketball season. Marathon this far into the season with only one loss, and they are undefeated within the Merriwood South, and it is going to be an offensive foul called against Marathon. Newman Catholic's bench excited about that one. They were clapping it up not that long ago, trying to get that energy up, and they're excited that now their defense yielded back a turnover, as this one will go right back the other way off of a throw too high and off the fingertips of the intended target. Behrens and Snyder will come in for Marathon, as taking a break will be Bracewell and Kunkel. Under 10 to go here from Newman Catholic. Wolfel getting a pick. Now into the corner, three is up, and it is drained. Ian Shuda, the 5'10 junior, gets on the board for the first time here tonight off a big three to extend the lead to 16. Keeping it in there, Fender now with it. Good effort by Fox to make sure that wasn't a turnover, and Fender gets it to go the other way. Just another situation where the points are what you remember, but the effort by Fox makes it happen, as this one is out of bounds, and it will stay with Marathon as it's tipped away. Baseline throw in, back up top now, Peters. Marathon now for three, that one bouncing off. Peters with the rebound, and then the foul is going to be called against Fender. He is excited about, frustrated about that one, as the bench is excited for Marathon. It's going to make it his fourth of the night. At this point, though, down by double digits with 9 to go. Time of the essence for Newman Catholic. Can't imagine he's going to be taken out for foul trouble at this stage in the game. Peters puts up the shot, that one off. Rebounded by Fender. Good decision not to try and risk that pass over to Griffin Pent, although I know he wanted to. Tipped back up on the rebound, and Fender loses it, but they're going to call the foul against Marathon.
Marathon foul number 10, Wolfle.
They're going to get it against Wolfle. Good news for Marathon. That's his first of the game. Really, besides True Thurs, no other Marathon player is in any sort of foul trouble. All the players on the court currently right now have 0, 1, 1, 1, and 2. Griffin Pence up top. He works it over to Fender, trying to get some motion here. He puts up the 3, that one off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Behrens the other way. Under the basket, gets it to go off the roll, as Bracewell now has 14 points on the night. In the corner, almost losing it, and has to throw it out, has Bracewell with another grab. And this one is good. The feed from Bracewell to Shuda gets it to go, and it's an 18-point lead for Marathon. Another timeout called by Jeff Grass as it's becoming a much more dire situation. 7:46 to go. We'll take a break with a full timeout and be back here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. Connor Philippi with you. As Marathon, it really feels like they've been just kind of slowly but surely pulling away from this one. They haven't really had that long scoring run that we're used to seeing from them to really pull away in the later stages of the game, but the way they see it, they're just fine with this kind of a situation, because as long as they're doing their job on defense, they don't need to necessarily run up the score. They're content with just kind of slowly chipping away, and now they're up by their biggest lead of the night, which is 18, here with 7.5 to go. They have been making Newman Catholic uncomfortable all game long. Three-pointer is up. That one is drained, though, by Griffin Pence. That was going to be the big part of this game, is whether or not this Newman Catholic team could stay in this one by nailing threes and by getting those open shots to go, keeping that field goal percentage up. Really going for that steal, as this one's now shot from the corner, and it's good from Sawyer Behrens. He's got 8 points now on the night. Big three-point shot there to basically erase Griffin's on the other side. As this one's now stolen again by Behrens, as he will feed it over. Another layup here as Snyder gets it to go, and now he's on the board for the first time tonight. Very few players that we see with nothing scored for Marathon by the game is over. And that goes for pretty much every night Marathon plays. Again, spreading out the ball so well. And a jump ball is going to be called. That will send things back the other way off the possession arrow, as True Thurs, now that the game's only 6.5 to go, he will come back in, was under foul trouble. Got his fourth foul picked up on that controversial one that got Adam Jacobson fired up. But he's now back in with Marathon up 20. Snyder getting it back around to Wolfle. Marathon takes a pause here to catch their breath and now passes it around. Wolfel has it up top. Marathon understanding they don't have to force anything here. Just trying to play some smart basketball. This one goes up, offensive rebound. Three-pointer now up. Again, can't get the bounce on that one. And then a jump ball. It will send things back Newman's way, but the possession arrow ever important. A very quick moving game so far. The game starting just over an hour ago with only 5.5 to play. Marathon team playing very well on the defensive side of the ball, and if I remember correctly, only 11 total fouls in the second half. It's been 8 so far in this half. So neither team going overboard in the foul department either, as Piffner drains the three. Trying to get some points back here as this Marathon team's done a good job trying to contain these top performers so far tonight. It's going to be a foul against Fox.
Cardinal foul number 23, his second.
Wolfel gets it around to Thurs. Now into the corner, faking that one. Getting it back around to Wolfel. Under 5 now to go in the game. As Marathon might start to play some keep away here. Foul called here. It's going to be an offensive foul actually against Marathon. It's going to be against Wolfel. That'll be only his second of the night. And both teams now with 5 total in the second half. Piffner trying to move quickly with it, and the shot doesn't quite go. Beautiful feed. Can't get that one to go though, and then the foul is going to be called. And so shots coming here for Bracewell. And that's going to be, I believe, the night for Fender. That makes it his 5th. Excuse me, that will not be a shooting foul, looks like, for Marathon. It'll be on the floor. As this one's fed in, rolling in, Bracewell gets it to go. Piffner with the long 3 off the front of the rim. Getting this one up. Snyder the other way for another lay-in on a turnover. Coming up now on 4 to go as Marathon is pouring it on. Thurs with another steal as this one's poked away by Erdman. Getting this one up top, the hook shot doesn't go. And then this one will trickle out, grabbed by Snyder, he puts it in. He's now got 6 on the night. Marathon does also have the bonus now that Newman Catholic's at 6 fouls in the half. As Fox gets it out to Piffner. Piffner tries to go in with it, it's ripped away but out of bounds off of Snyder. Coming in here for Marathon is going to be Quillen Kunkel and also Cassius Hinnebuck for Marathon, the 6'2" senior in the game. Piffner gets that one to go off the glass. Into the corner up top. Under the basket, can't get that one to go, but headed to the line will be Cassius Ninabuck. They're going to get that one against Urban for his second of the night. And that one bouncing off. Can't get that one to go either. On the ground as a jump ball will be called. Into the corner here, fed in, and that's going to be a foul call against Newman Catholic. So that'll be 1-and-1s.
Doing foul number 1, error is second. Third shooting.
That one finds its way in. Second free throw upcoming for True Thurs. And he leads once again in points scored here tonight. Three-pointer is up the other way, and it's good from Griffin Pence. And he's got 16 on the night, 17 in his last performance. He's been playing really well these last couple of games. And has three-pointer now from the corner. That one's going to be good the other way. Snyder makes it 9 for him on the night. It's going to be a foul called here against Marathon. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of play. Coming in here, Landon Hilgert is going to be coming in for the first time, as well as Owen Krauser. Both of those two juniors on this Marathon team, and throughout the night, just like we've been seeing just kind of the connection that the juniors and the seniors, having all played together for so long, seem to have on the court, knowing their job, staying smart. And that's what we'll be talking to the player of the game here in the post-game interview. And of course, we'll also talk to Adam Jacobson, so make sure you don't go away. Minute and a half left to play. Marathon, with this ensuing victory, is going to improve to 13-1 on the season. They'll be 10-0 now within the Merriwood South Conference. So very impressive play for them so far this season, just continues to roll on. And it's going to be a free throw coming here for Piffner, 1-and-1. As Krauser gets his first of the game off the bench. As this one finds its way in. This one off the front, and then a foul will be called the other way. And we will not be heading back. We will be heading back the other way for shots. And it's going to be the 9th of the half as it's the first for Everett Pent of the game. That one will find its way in off of Cassius Nunabuk. And they are going to not give him that second free throw, as looks like there was some sort of blamed violation that he was on the line or one of his teammates was. Next few games for Marathon, they're going to play against a scrappy Assumption team on the 30th. And then on the 2nd, they'll play a very good Columbus Catholic team. That should be a good one. Followed by Wausau East on the 5th. As this foul will be called, and the 2 more shots upcoming here for Newman Catholic. Excuse me, it'll be 1 and 1. That was not a shooting foul. This one missed off the front of the rim. As for Newman Catholic, they will fall to 3 and 7 within the conference, 6 and 11 overall. And taking a look at their next few games, they're going to be playing at Auburndale, which will be a pretty even matchup there, at Prentice, and then versus Athens. And as for me, I will be on the call on Thursday for my next game, right back here at Newman Catholic for girls basketball versus Stratford. And then on Friday, I'll be in Auburndale for this Newman Catholic boys basketball team. First time in Auburndale this season, I think actually ever. Stay tuned for our Merrill Steel post-game show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working
to Newman Catholic, Connor Philby here for the Merrill Steel post-game show. Of course, here with Coach Adam Jacobson as Marathon gets the win here tonight. Thank you, Coach, for taking this interview. Quick question for you about this Newman Catholic team. You know, they are a very momentum-driven team, and there were a couple points in the early stages of this game, kind of the late stages of the first half, where they were able to get a little bit of that momentum back. You were really able to take that away, get them uncomfortable all game long. What was the key to taking that part of their game away tonight?
Yeah, they have a tremendous amount of talent, guys with a lot of experience, some senior leadership, and we're on their floor. And we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and you're going to have to battle those body blows and those runs that they had. And I thought the key was I just thought they played harder than us in the first half there at times. They got second chances, and we preached we needed to hold them to one shot, and they got multiple shots, and they're an offensively talented team, and they made us pay. And then we also had 10 first half turnovers. So that was kind of the message at halftime, was we needed to clean up the offensive rebounding, defense rebounding on our part, and we needed to take care of the ball. And I thought we rebounded much better in the second half, and I thought we took care of the ball much better in the second half with only 4 turnovers. And then allowing the ability to rebound allowed us to run out, and I thought we got some easy baskets in the second half.
Well, thank you very much, Coach, and we'll hand things over to your. Yeah, absolutely. All right, and we're of course here with Garrett Bracewell. Congratulations on the victory, Garrett. And I just kind of want you to talk a little bit about the fact that, you know, it's pretty rare to have a whole roster made up of juniors and seniors. That means you've been playing with each other a lot. You've built up that connection, and it really helps the whole team know their job and just kind of know all the time what everyone else is doing on the court. Talk about that connection and how important it is for a team that's been doing so well this season.
Yeah, I mean, we started it last year when we were a young team, you know, sophomores and juniors mostly. So we kind of built that connection, and then through the summer we were with each other a lot, whether that's football, basketball, whatever it is, and then we just continued to build that with other sports that we're in together. And then basketball, we hang out on Thursdays, have food, things like that. We just build a connection. It's really a good thing.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm sure you know what to do next year.
My name's Garrett Bracewell, and I'm in the house.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good night.